I'm very pleased to be interviewing Alan Wurtzel, who's the President of Research and Media Development for NBC Universal. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Let's start with your background. How did you get to where you are today?
It was a torturous route. I mean, I began as an academic, and I went to work at ABC a long time ago when they were frankly looking for an in-house academic to deal with certain social science issues that were going on in Washington. And I went into the research department to be that, and then I wound up, going into traditional research. I then went to become the head of broadcast standards for ABC, came back to run the research department, went to the news division, ran long-form programming, which was the magazine shows and Good Morning America, and then I came over to NBC in 1999. So I obviously can't hold a job.
But you've also built the department up from about 20 researchers to now over 100.
Actually, well, you know what it is. The department was bigger years ago because departments were bigger, and then obviously as the industry sort of downsized just in general, the department did, but we got bigger because we wound up acquiring new properties. So when I came here, it was the NBC network, and it was CNBC and MSNBC, and of course here we are 10 years later, and it's Bravo and Sci-Fi and Oxygen and USA and Telemundo, and I probably missed one or two, but they're all my children.
How has the addition of cable to the media mix impacted your research?
Oh, it's had a huge impact, and the reason is that, as the medium evolves, the research has to evolve with it. I mean, certainly for understanding what's going on, things like DVRs just didn't exist a few years ago. They're critical now to understanding how people are consuming it, and they're also very important from a sales standpoint. Clearly, cable, at least initially, had to be sold differently than network. To be honest, network virtually, years ago sold itself, and cable was a hard sell. I think that situation is almost reversed now, where it's becoming more and more challenging to sell broadcast network TV. But it isn't that easy to sell cable either, and the reason is that there's been a lot of it. It has the risk of being commoditized. What we're always trying to do is to demonstrate to advertisers that, first of all, the engagement that the audience has with the individual programs that we have makes them distinctive, as opposed to just sort of buying, GRPs somewhere. And then secondly, that their message can cut through in this really, really difficult media environment. So what we've done is we've taken cable, but we've also taken the network, and now we've added in digital. And what we're trying to do is to offer advertisers what we call a 360-degree solution to their marketing issues, needs, problems, objectives, whatever it might be. And cable plays a huge role in that. So the research changed because the mix of the media changed, and the mix of the media is sort of changing inside an environment that's changing. So there's just been so much change going on, and the research has always had to keep in front of that.